If you were writing a letter to Santa, what would top your list? Well, we are adding to the Studio 5 Christmas list, but our list isn't about toys or treats. Instead, we're choosing a word that we want to embrace this season and beyond. So we sent a letter to someone who can help. And it's not Santa Claus, but someone even better. Okay, Tiffany, that magical mailbox, it sent you the word comfort, and you said that this word, Tiffany Peterson, we're talking to you here, you said this word reminds you of a Christmas song. Mm-hmm. Comfort and joy.
Yes.
That one? Okay.
I love that the word comfort showed up for me. It's so perfect. But the Christmas song, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, the chorus repeats again and again, comfort and joy, comfort and joy. And for me, comfort equals joy. Right? When you're in a space where you feel comfortable and you feel at peace, there's an ease, you feel cozy and cuddled and all of the good things with Christmas with that especially. To me, that does feel like joy.
I love that because I don't think you would like immediately think of that, but when you kind of dig deeper, you're like, yeah, that is true. Okay, so you brought us some ways where we can bring more comfort into our lives. And the first one is to just get clear about what that might be.
Yeah, like even asking yourself, like what nourishes you is one of my favorite questions. What nourishes you? And looking at what brings you comfort, what brings you peace, and just even getting clear on what that looks like for you. What I love about, this time of year, there's so many choices, so many options. That sometimes can feel a little bit overwhelming. It can be fun and overwhelming at the same time. But comfort for me, it's like, what would bring more comfort to you? From big things to little things, but just even asking the question, what nourishes me, what invites comfort is a great place to start.
Yeah, I know. I have to recognize it when I feel it. That's the, like, it's hard sometimes to think of it, but sometimes if you're like, ooh, this feels nice, if to just make a mental note of that so you can remember to do it again. Okay, there's kind of this term going around that has been popular for a few years now, but hygge, it's Danish, right? And that means comfort.
Yes, so this Danish word hygge, although I sometimes pronounce it hygge, even though I know it's not how you pronounce it, but hygge sounds a little more cozy. It means to cultivate the cozy all year round, and it's this concept in creating in a lifestyle is having things that invite the cozy, right? That just like whether it's sipping a warm tea or hot cocoa, your cozy socks, cozy blanket, baking, candlelight, but anything that invites what feels like cozy to you, which again, to me, cozy is joyful, Amy. Like this is the top of the list. The perfect word showed up for me for this segment. And so it's asking yourself, all of you watching is, what invites, again, the cozy into your life and those little things. Maybe it's watching, one of my favorite things at the holidays is whether early morning or the evening is just sitting in the quiet with the little Christmas tree lights on, and it's just cozy.
It is easier to do this time of year, kind of, I think, with Christmas lights and your tree and maybe candles. And once we recognize what comfort is to us, you want us to cultivate that. Does that just mean doing it as regularly as we can? Yeah,
like putting our attention on it and focusing on it and making choices around that is, again, sometimes I feel the pressure to say yes to a million things in the holidays. Every gathering, every concert, all the things. And I want to do some of those things, but I also want to have more inner peace and calm and time to reflect and the Christmas spirit and so forth. And so creating that is the intention and the things that, again, invite comfort and cozy for you.
Well, you mentioned that it's hard to say no sometimes, and I think especially this time of year, sometimes we think we have to do all the things. And you're saying we really need to prioritize those things so that we can have some peace and comfort. How do we do that well?
Yeah, so a dear friend of mine has a book called Protect Your Peace. His name's Trent Shelton, and I love his work. And this concept of protect your peace or prioritize your peace requires us, one, if we're being clear, like we've talked about, I'm clear on what really matters to me, my home, my family. This is the feeling I want to have. This is the experience we want to have, what we're creating. And then protecting that peace or prioritizing it requires us to make choices, decisions, having those boundaries, as we might call them, but the willingness to miss out or the willingness to say no to things because we're in protection of what brings you peace. If I say yes to every possible thing in the month of December, I'm exhausted. I'm likely going to catch some kind of sick or coldness, things going around like that. And so for me, it's like, I've got to protect that. And so I get really intentional about how much I say yes to in this month.
I think that's smart. I've noticed with age, my friends have become better at that.
Yes.
And we all know that we're doing it. And so we don't question it. If someone says, no, I'm not going to be there. It's not like, why? What do you have going on? It's just like, okay. I mean, and I think that
Yep.
has come with like some age. So maybe if we can learn that at a younger age,
Right.
that would be even better.
100%. I do think there is more wisdom where we also have more empathy and awareness, like, hey, I need some downtime.
Yeah.
And we go, yeah, I get you. Yep.
So you want us to find the little things after that then so that we can fill that. You're calling it a comfort cup.
Yeah.
Are they little, you said little or big, really?
Yes. I mean, it could be little or big, but often, I mean, how many times in life have we heard the phrase, the little things are everything in life and relationships? And the reason I think that's said so often is because it's true. And so the little things, like asking yourself, what brings me joy? What fills me up? What are the little things? And again, that might be a hot cup of your favorite warm beverage to, I'm going to look at the Christmas lights or read a story, or I am going to go out and about, right? Asking yourself. But often our lives where we find the little morsels of joy are typically in these little things and little moments. And the more, again, I think we're just intentional about creating that, the more happiness and fulfillment we're going to have.
And you say after we can figure that out for ourselves, then
Yes.
we need to pass it on. Pass it forward, pay
Yeah.
it forward.
Yeah, I just think one of the ways that as humans, of course, it's like show up for yourself. I think a really rich, full life is showing up healthily for yourself as well as then showing up for others. It's both. It's not either or. And so ways that we can reach out and serve and add comfort to others. Some people right now are really in some thick struggles. And whether that's providing some basic needs and we want to maybe do a sub for Santa or an angel thing, or just even texting, checking in, with the people that we love or even complete strangers, I think the reality that having a really full, rich life and where we have that sense, when I think of, again, comfort, there's a sense of inner peace, there's an ease, a calm. It's like, I'm comfortable. And the more that I think we also, part of having that rich life is that we're reaching out to others and that opportunity to serve and connect and offer comfort to others, that we stand with those that need comfort. As we do that, I feel like we also then fill our own cup back as well, too.
She speaks truth. Thank you, Tiffany.
Such a joy to be
Where
with
can
you.
people connect with you?
You can find me on Instagram at Tiff Peterson, or my website's tiffanySpeaks.com.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, friend.